I recently read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart is a spiritual teacher who experienced a life-changing awakening at the age of 29, which led him to share his insights on consciousness, presence, and enlightenment. This book has become a global phenomenon, resonating with millions, including influential figures like Oprah Winfrey. At its core, The Power of Now reveals that most of our suffering comes from our tendency to live in the past or worry about the future, instead of fully experiencing the present moment. Eckhart Tolle offers practical wisdom on how to escape this mental trap, dissolve our ego, and find peace by embracing the now. So, how do we do this? Let's break down the key insights and explore how we can apply them in our daily lives, especially for those seeking clarity, purpose, and success. Tolle explains that most people are trapped in their minds, constantly replaying past regrets or anxiously anticipating the future. This mental chatter creates unnecessary suffering. Instead of being present, we identify with our thoughts, emotions, and worries, forgetting that the only moment that truly exists is now. Think about it. How often do we catch ourselves dwelling on something that happened years ago or stressing over what might happen tomorrow? The truth is, neither of those moments exist anymore. The past is a memory. The future is just an idea. The only place where life actually happens is here and now. For those working toward big goals, this is a game changer. Entrepreneurs, for example, often get caught up in what-if thinking, worrying about market trends, competition, or potential failures. But success doesn't come from obsessing over an uncertain future. It comes from showing up and doing the work in the present moment. Tolle suggests a simple but powerful exercise. Observe your thoughts without becoming them. Just take a step back and notice the voice in your head. Who is the one listening? That awareness creates distance between you and your thoughts, allowing you to act with clarity and intention. One of the biggest obstacles to being present is the ego. The ego is the false identity we build based on our past experiences, fears, and the label society places on us. It constantly seeks validation, thrives on comparison, and fears failure. But here's the truth. You are not your mind. You are the awareness that observes your mind. Imagine you're in a stressful business negotiation. Your ego might tell you, if I lose this deal, I'll be a failure. But if you step back and observe that thought without attaching to it, you'll realize that success or failure in this one moment does not define you. When you separate yourself from the ego's voice, you can approach situations with confidence and detachment, leading to better decisions. One way to break free from the ego is through stillness and presence. Just pause. Take a deep breath. Feel the sensations in your body. This brings you back to the present and disconnects you from the constant grip of the thinking mind. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, the accumulation of past emotional wounds that can be triggered by present events. Have you ever reacted emotionally in a way that felt out of proportion to the situation? That's the pain, body taking over. For many people, setbacks in life can awaken deep-seated fears of failure or rejection. But the key is recognizing these emotional reactions as temporary energy patterns, not as reality. The next time you feel overwhelmed, don't resist the emotion or try to suppress it. Instead, observe it. Where do you feel it in your body? What thoughts are arising? Simply watching it without judgment weakens its power over you. The more you practice this, the less control the pain body has over your life. One of the most profound lessons in the power of now is the idea of surrendering to the present moment. This doesn't mean giving up. It means fully accepting what is without resistance. Most suffering comes not from the situation itself, but from our resistance to it. If something doesn't go as planned, we get frustrated. If we face an obstacle, we wish things were different. But that resistance only creates more suffering. Instead, Tolle teaches that when we accept reality as it is, without judgment, we stop fighting with life and can respond with clarity. If an entrepreneur faces a financial setback, instead of panicking, they can pause and say, "This is the reality. Now, how do I respond?" When we stop resisting life, solutions become clearer and we move forward with ease. Tolle emphasizes that true freedom comes from deep presence, a state of being fully engaged in the now. The mind constantly creates problems, but problems only exist in the future or the past. In the present moment, there are no problems, only situations that require a response. Presence also unlocks creativity and flow. Many successful entrepreneurs, artists, and athletes describe moments of peak performance where time disappears and they perform at their highest level. This state is only possible when they are fully present in the now. One simple way to cultivate presence is through conscious breathing. Just take a moment, focus on your breath, and feel the air entering and leaving your body. Another method is to become deeply aware of your surroundings. Listen to the sounds, feel the air on your skin, notice the details around you. These small practices train your mind to stay rooted in the now. Tolle makes an important distinction between outer purpose and inner purpose. Your outer purpose is what you do in the world, your career, your business, your goals. Your inner purpose is your state of consciousness while you do those things. Many people spend their whole lives chasing external success while feeling empty inside. They believe that happiness lies in the future and reaching the next goal. But Tolle warns that if you use the present moment only as a stepping stone to a future achievement, you will never be truly fulfilled. Instead, the secret is to fully engage with each moment as it unfolds. If you're working on a project, be completely present with it. If you're having a conversation, give that person your full attention. When you align your outer actions with a deep awareness of the present, success and fulfillment naturally follow. The core message of the power of now is simple, yet life-changing. Your mind is a tool, not your master. True peace and success come from living fully in the present moment. When you observe your thoughts instead of becoming them, detach from the ego, and stop resisting reality, you unlock a state of deep peace. And from that peace comes clarity, creativity, and success, not as something you chase, but as something that naturally unfolds. These were the core messages I gathered from Eckhart's book. He has much more material to help you understand the power of presence, and I highly recommend reading it. If you'd like a free PDF summary of the key insights I gathered from The Power of Now, just click the link below and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the Weekend Book Club newsletter, this PDF is already in your inbox. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a productive weekend.